That's UV unwrapping. Okay, let's do another one just so we get the hang of it. Object mode. I can turn this thing off too. I don't need that. I'm going to move this to the side. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so let's do this one. And we're going to bring it back up. Same way. Let me make sure. I could easily just duplicate this one, but I'm not going to. Right there should be about correct. Just eyeballing it this time around. Yeah, about right. Alright. It's back in the center there. Huzzah! Okay, so back to my tool set. I don't have my wonderful channel box. Okay, so we're back to this. As you can see, my wireframe is still on. This is why you can see the blue lines on it now. Okay, so we're just gonna make the acacia block. I'm gonna make the acacia block so I can put the honey on top. Because why not? Alright, so same process. We're going to right click and hold, scroll all the way down to assign new material. We're going to go to Arnold and AR centered surface. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to Hypershade. Let me change this name while I'm at it. This is the honey block, not the dirt block. By the way, these images I found online at a paper crafting site that makes like Minecraft sites. I'm not sure. I forgot the name, but it's there. Paper crafting. I'll probably put the description later. Okay, so honey block. Let's go to the other one. And let's put acacia block. Okay, done. If you hit right here, click on the acacia block shader, and if you scroll over here, and this is input and output connections, and what that does is it just kind of just frames the block. By the way, you should be able to middle mouse drag this and move this around and zoom in and out. Obviously, you can't pan; it doesn't work. If I go to the honey block and I do this, now you should be able to see the honey texture attached, and it is in the base color input. So that is what you will normally see when you are texturing. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Now that I'm satisfied with this is the thing I forgot. Center the pivot, delete by type history, and freeze transforms. That's because I can't see it, but I know it's going to do it anyway, so I'm just going to do it. Okay, so now it has its textures. We're going to go to the attribute editor, acacia block, under color, same thing. File, and acacia block. Press open. Okay, so now there it is. Yay! So same thing. We're going to do that again. Go to edge mode, UV toolkit, select all your edges, not on the outside, just on the inside, right there. Let me see if I can turn this off so you can see it better. So this one, here, here, and here. Those are the edges that you want to select. You're going to hit cut. You'll know you've done it correctly if you can separate the UV shells. They're no longer connected to each other as one. That's what you want. Okay. Now, since this is my front, that's my front view right there. Let's turn on back my image really quick. For the acacia block, I don't think it matters, but what matters is the top. So the top, it will be this one, and the bottom will be these two. So this one's the top, and that one's the bottom. So I'm going to rearrange them so that I personally know that. You don't have to. So that way I can differentiate the two, top, bottom. There we go. Okay, so in this instance, because it doesn't actually have a face like the honey block does, It doesn't really matter if I have the front, but I'm still gonna keep to it because why not? Put that in the middle, right there. And then from there, I'm gonna go back to edge mode. So right click and hold edge mode. I'm gonna select here and stitch together. It will move it in place so I don't have to worry about it or flip it or do anything crazy. Just stitch it together and it will move. If you just use sew, that's what happens, and this is the red slash fuchsia that I was telling you about that you don't want to see. So undo. Right here, stitch together. There's my top, stitch that together. There's my bottom, stitch together. So now it's almost done. Now we're gonna just adjust it so it fits. Back, I'm gonna right click and hold UVs, marquee select and drag, right there, bring this in right here, bring this down so it's at the edge. You don't want any of the white to show up in your for your acacia block. Bring this in and bring this in. Okay, so if I go back to object mode, I'm going to double check. So there's a little bit of white on these edges here, so the edge here. So that tells me that I need to bring this back in. Just a smidgen more over. That's good. That's a little bit more on the top. I'm trying to leave a slight border for them because I don't want the white edges to show up. Bring this down. Okay. That should be good now. There we go. Perfect. Oh, never mind. There's the edge. Ah, it's this one. Right here. Where's my block? Ah, it's this one. There it is. There we go. Should be good. Okay. Object mode. There we go. There's my acacia wood. That's pretty good. All right. So, the cool thing that we can do with UVs is you can actually add a normal map. I'm going to turn these off so you can see it better. You can actually add a normal map to these guys. Now, you used to be able to do normal maps in Photoshop, but I believe they've made it kind of tedious. And they've also said that they've gotten rid of that preset. So what I'm going to do, I'll make sure I save. I'm going to go to this website here. It is called Normal Map Online, or yeah, it's usually like a GitHub.io. But yes, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to your source images, and I'm just going to grab my Minecraft Honey, and there it's just automatically made my normal map. Isn't that cool? I don't want it to be so sharp, so I'm going to blur it a little bit, and I think I'm good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to download. Let's open up the folder. There's my normal map. I'm gonna just rename this so I know which one it is, because it always just puts normal map. And I'm gonna put honey. So let's put this in my source images file right there. And we're gonna do this for the Acacia block as well. Map and let's make this a little less strong. I don't want it so strong. Bring that down a bit. Okay, download. Alright, let's rename this as well. Acacia. And just paste it in there. So now I have my normal map for my acacia wood and for my honey. And all I'm going to do is going to go back to Maya. And I'm going to bring up the... Let's go back to the general, because I'm done UV editing. So let's go back to general. Don't freak out if your textures just suddenly disappear when you go back to the general mode. It just means that you just need to turn this on or press 6 and textures will show up. So let's do the honey first. We're going to bring up the hypershade. I could easily do it here, but it's just easier for me to map it out from here. So we're going to do this. And from here, you're going to scroll down to where it says geometry. And you're going to see opacity and bump mapping. Bump mapping is the one that we want. So you're going to click the little checker box right here, enter file. You can change this to tangent space normals. Go back to where it says file. You're going to zoom in. You can see it right there. It says file. And we're just going to go and put my honey normal map. Press open. Okay. So now it looks like this. Isn't that cool? So it looks kind of weird. But let me save. But it kind of only shows up better if you see it in rendered. So we're going to just go on to Arnold. We're going to add a sky dome light, just a simple one, nothing crazy. We're not going to do hand with it. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you how to apply this. Just make sure I save it again, because Arnold's kind of finicky sometimes. Open Arnold render view, and then just hit play. That is what it actually looks like. But in the viewport, it's going to look a little jank. That's just how it is. But you can kind of see it showing the little sides of the honeycomb, honey box. You can see it there. There you go. So you can see it kind of like it's a nice little touch. You don't have to do this. I just thought it would be fun. When you're done, you just close it out. Let's do the same thing to the acacia wood. Let's go to the acacia block. It's already up here, so I'm going to bump mapping. File. Change it from bump to tangent space normals. There we go. Okie dokie now. So it's all there. And there. So now it looks like this. Yay! So I'm going to just do it from an angle like so we can see it better. Like that. That should be good. Should be good. Save. Now, if you ever want to see what it would look like on the viewport, we're going to go up to the little panel up here, and we're going to select Film Gate, and we're going to select not this one, this one. This one is the safe action. So anything within this green little square, that means that's what you're actually rendering. And the film gate, it's about the same thing, but it's just, you don't want that. You just want this. Okay. We're going to close this out. Okay. We hit play. And there we go. That's what it looks like. And with that, if you've gotten this like this, you hit play one time, don't worry about it being kind of weird. You have completed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.